Yep, that's me. I'm going to explain how all this really began. Roll the intro.
I will send you back to the depths of Hades! Tell the god of war I am his no longer. I am not the same man you found that day. Do you see, god of war? You took them once, but you'll never have them again.
Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today, it's finally here. What's finally here? It's finally here. What's it? Can I beat God of War 1 without taking damage? In a rainy night in Athens, I was having some Netflix and chill with the house and my special cruise, when all of a sudden, the big sad. I got flashbacks of my waifu and daughter, and from there it was all a blur, so I rage quit from these visions and decided to go out for a hunt to know the full story of my family. I needed to know what happened to them and how come I'm chilling with them house. That was the story part of the video. Now to the actual challenge. Can I actually beat God of War 1 without taking a single hit? Yes, completely no damage, all the hard and challenging arenas in God of War 1. Can I beat Ares and this gender reveal party with no damage? Will I beat this horny robot without getting hit? What about the MILFs of madness? All of that will get answered in this video. The rules are very simple. If I get hit, I restart from the last checkpoint. Oh god, the checkpoints in this game. Unlike God of War 2 and 3, no damage, which you should probably watch because they're great. This challenge is gonna be set on very hard. That's right, we ain't playing around this one. And always remember, getting hit counts as deaths, while falling and dying does not count as deaths. I'm gonna have a death counter at the top right part of the screen just to count. I have wasted your time long enough. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and definitely grab a headphone for the sus business in this video and the Hollywood production level songs. Enjoy the gameplay, story, and the video. Let's go. The journey starts with me rage quitting from my visions and talking to Athena. Athena is a pretty nice friend that's been with me ever since the start, and we met each other in a village not too long ago. I asked for her knowledge about these visions of my family because I really wanted to find them. Her response wasn't what I was anticipating. Now, I don't know why, but she told me I can reunite with my family if I jump from this cliff or something. I guess they're beneath this cliff, so let's try it. Sing we now, sing for the year, sing for... Anyways, I hit the floor and it turned out it was all a lie. I was met by some jobbers, and here's where the challenge officially started. Now, the first encounter was easy. I got through with some expert level gameplay. This is not very hard, so enemy collisions deal massive damage. The idea is to try my best to throw enemies at each other or slam an enemy into another. This is on very hard, and that's why I can deal heavy damage with collisions. The enemies are stronger, that's why the collisions are also stronger. This first fight was easy. This is how most of the, casual fights are gonna go. I was using a lot of Orion's harpoon to clear surrounding enemies and use some grabs here and there for collisions, again because they deal heavy damage on very hard. This is how most of the combat scenarios are gonna go. I jump down and do a couple of squats on this useless chest, move on to this hallway where I combo at this debris, proceed and get jump scared by Gaia's penis. I was feeling myself a little too much and I got hit in the air once, even though it wasn't fair. I was blocking, but anyways, that's +1 in the hit counter, so let's count. It was no big deal, and I got back and clapped back at the haters with this combo that you're seeing now. I went with this easy approach for the good of this challenge, and it was easy peasily done. Gaia's penis was beaten. Proceeded and introducing Gerald. He was doing what he does best, finding a better way to the enemies ahead. We both agreed that we will meet each other on the other side near the archers, so I tried to emote for him. Got outside and fought some harpies with some long range attacks, because it's what I do. Got rid of all of them, and another penis from Gaia showed up. I'ma be real, I'm a boss at this game. Look at the amount of bobbing and weaving. I sometimes even let him grab me because you can do a lot of damage to him when you escape his grab. This attack right here was the main one that I needed to be careful of. I kept at him and I was aggressive until it came down to the last hit. Boom! No damage, baby! I proceeded and fought me some more enemies, went across and rendezvoused with Gerald on the other side. He was so happy to see me and was about to tell me something about my family. Sons of whores. They killed Gerald in cold blood, and I had to avenge him in some way. I used the box to climb up and deal with these idiots. Now, I was lucky here. Usually now, when I play God of War 1, I know how to deal with these archers much better, but this was recorded months ago, so Excuse how rusty I am. But I still managed to get up there and deal with the killers of my friend Gerald. I proceeded and reached this net that I decided to climb for some reason. At first I did good by luring this guy back to the ground, but then I got cocky and wanted to deal with them on the rope, which is a very dangerous thing because I died. Restart, took the much safer approach this time, and I had a good run, but then it got messed up because I climbed the wall again, so I died again here, and again, and stupidly again, and again. At this point, I wanted to speed climb back up, hence why I was dying non-stop. But you know what they say, the more angry you get at a section, the more you suck at the said section. I just came up with that. This time I restart, and let's briefly go through what I did to conquer this section. So the moment I climbed up, I started luring these guys to the platform I'm standing on by using the high jump technique. It's much safer than wall combat. I kept doing that every time I killed a wave. It was usually 2 undead legionnaires at a time, but it was done. I kept repeating it and climbing to spawn more just to climb back down so that they follow and I eliminate until there's nobody left on this net. Climb to the second platform and basically do the same thing. Proceed even further and I met Mimir.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
He gave me a kiss on the forehead and a new spell. Poseidon's Rages.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth.
In the name of my nuts.
I loved it and moved on to meet the main penis. No! What kind of script is that? Soon may Poseidon come to bring you sugar and tea and come. One day when the tonguing is done, he'll take his leave and go. Oh no! He was such a nice person! I can't believe he just did that! I will rescue him! Or maybe I just need something from him. Anyways, I was like, oh hi, good old Hydra. Nice to meet you. The battle officially starts and I have to take the 2 small Hydras out first, then deal with the main penis. Why did I say Hydra first? Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. This was recorded 3 months ago and Past Zesty Man is a beast! This is where this legend was made! Okay, so first I went with the left Hydra because if you go with the right Hydra one, come on, what's wrong with you? Anyways, I stand in the sweet spot so that the other one does not drag me towards it. Sometimes it tried because I moved out, but I kept jump attacking and I held my ground. Kept attacking and blocking, which is good here. Every single attack is blockable, which is lovely. Climbed and drilled as I like to do, and then I moved on to the next one. The next one being easier since no one is dragging me. Kept being aggressive and blocking, and I also had my magic at 0 because it's fine, there's a chest down where I came from, so I'm completely ready for the big dog up there. This weakling kept the aggression and I kept it back at him until he got deaded, drilled, and trapped. Now after beating this Hydra head, I went down to get the magic chest and climbed back up to deal with the big jobber with the sore throat. Climbed up and this fight went smoother than a smoothie. Or I guess it's smoothie, I don't know. I would attack him constantly and when he goes for the big Mac bite, I double jump and use Poseidon's Rage followed by some attacks and Poseidon's Rage again. This keeps him in a loop until he barely gets to his first QTE part. After knocking some sense into him the first time, we get a full refill for our magic gauge and I basically repeat the process again and I get the second QTE on his ass. This phase took more time as he was screaming a lot and was doing these side attacks that I was avoiding. Anyways, I quickly got him into the loop for the next 2 phases and it worked like wonders. This third phase was easily done and the phase after was also easily done even though I dropped on the ground. I still continued the attack and got it done. I wanted to do a quick COVID test on the Hydra, but he was relentless. I tried negotiating with him, but he wouldn't say no! So I basically forced him into it and he fell for a nap, thankfully. Go, 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 go Hydra. It's your birthday. I'll no damage you. It's your birthday. We gon' fucking magic you. It's your birthday. And we don't give a fuck unless your birthday. You can find me in the ship, fucking these chicks, but not for the red orbs, not even the tip. You can find me in Athens, killing Cyclops without taking a hit. Yeah, this is no damage, so you know how it is. We be dying 50 times, but we restart. It don't matter how many times we fucking restart. I called Gotham police to come pick him up later, but I could hear something from the inside of his mouth. I quickly rushed inside and little did I know Birger was alive. I grabbed onto him, but he was mean to me for some reason. Let me go, I wanna go for a swim. No, Birger, just hold on to my hand. No, see you in hell. Like I'll ever visit hell again after that. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no! Not the visions! Not the visions, son of a... Bah! Ares! Did anybody ever tell you that you're already an asshole? What were those visions? Did I kill my own family or something? Was that Ares? Fuck, let's go. Anyways, I went down and made some quick work out of these undead legionnaires here with some styling, because that's the brand of the channel, am I right? I feel like I shouldn't really go that in depth about these simple encounters, but I will somewhat explain them, so yeah, at least have that. Anyways, after being done with this part of the city, I decided to leave and to give Athens a visit. I used instant transmission and got to the place where the most energy resides in. Yellow Legionnaires! I played it as I always do, using collisions masterfully and carefully because these guys are slightly harder than the other starting ones. Dealt with some of them, wrecked this man to infinity and beyond, and it was lovely. The next crowd just got out of the new Barbie movie, and I dealt with them with the best tools given to me as well. Wrecked them all. Next up, I was fighting this Legionnaire boss fight right here.
You can't win! I feel nothing!
After riding the elevator, I met some Minotaurs who saved me from these two Goku fans who were trying to assassinate me. I went to thank them, but it turns out he was also a Goku fan. He was just arguing with the other two about how Super Saiyan 4 is trash. And I love that form. The strategy with these fellas is launch them and grab them in the air. They keep bouncing back up, so you simply keep on grabbing them until they die. They die with 3 air grabs. That's how I dealt with the first maniac. The second one, I was trying to show him the truth of our existence, but he would continuously refuse. Take another elevator ride and we get introduced to Plankton's army. The Cyclops, as I heard them call each other. These guys were dealt with easily with some nice positioning and far-reaching attacks. Also spellcasting, because we did have a refill after the battle. So it was a piece of cake. A piece of Cyclops cake. Ha! There's also another Cyclops cake, right? Look at that! I haven't died in a while, which is wow. Writing this script, I really thought I might die here, but surprisingly no. I'm still keeping up and the death counter is looking good. Next, I heard these two assholes talking, but they got interrupted by Ares' army for some reason. Dude, should we tell him? Tell him what? That he killed his own family? Ah! Damn. What are they hiding from me? I move on and I meet Aphrodite's giant head, and she told me I will get that head if I beat Medusa. Then the battle started, and as you can see, it was easy. The strategy is to launch her and yank her right off the air infinitely until she gives up. I decapitated Medusa and went for the head that I was promised, but the lying bitch told me 2 more games. And she left! What the fuck? Well, in any case, I still got another head and something else consumed me other than lust for once in my life. Greed. My favorite deadly sin. Oh, I wasn't using Medusa's head here. I used the fuck out of Poseidon's rage and them orbs were coming non-stop. I was getting showered by red orbs thanks to the hit counter. It was lovely. But then I decided I'll get way too addicted to this and I finished the encounter using Medusa's head, but the greed continued. Except this time with Medusa's head. I was capitalizing on every moment I got and I started freezing enemies now, which is both optimal in most spots and grants a lot of red orbs, and red orbs is what I need. Next up, I met some of the locals in town. They killed me once because I was careless and the checkpoint was brutal, thank you. I went back and I basically ripped them a new one. Climbed the ladder and I was met by a crowd of dream stands. I took care of some of them easily with Medusa's head, both for the orbs and to get rid of them easily. Took the hidden chests, refilled, and came back with a full magic gauge. Here it was the most tedious practice I've ever had in my life. I got through this wall in my first try, but god, it took way too long. At the time, I wasn't that familiar with the quick jump that gets me to the platform or body block or nothing. I just played it cowardly and it fucking hurt. I never got hit, which was a good thing, but I lost my integrity in the process. I mean, I won, but at what cost? Moving on, we get ourselves into our first roadblock in this video. Prepare for a criminal amount of deaths in this section. Okay, so at first, I climbed up here and I was met by these two bitches. I quickly took care of business with them. Since you can't freeze Gorgons like God of War 2 and beyond, I had to use collisions as efficiently as possible. Or I could have infinitely grabbed them in the air, but past Zesty is stupid Zesty. Anyways, I got rid of them and with some nice spellcasting and grabbing them for magic orbs, Climb up, I dealt with the Minotaurs greatly. It wasn't anything that hard. Medusa's Gaze for the win. Got rid of the first 2 Minotaurs beautifully. Next up, I fought a Gorgon and a Minotaur, and it went about as shitty as you can imagine, but I still managed and I beat them. I had the power of collisions and anime by my side. Climbed even further, and I was stupidly killed by these legionnaires. Restart, and guess where the checkpoint was? This was a clear indication that I have to be careful. And careful I wasn't. I went back, dealt with the Gorgons, climbed up. I went back. But wait! This time, I got jobbed by the first 2 Gorgons! Don't you mock me! This time, I swear to God, it was not my fault. So I cleared all of them, right? Cleared the Gorgons down, cleared the Minotaurs and the extra Gorgon, just to get deaded by a bug. I still don't know how and why this happened. I blocked, but Kratos deemed it unworthy or something. It's like he just let go and decided to fuck me over for some reason. I was blocking, you bald-headed son of a bitch! But wait, this time I got jobbed by the first... This time I cleared the Gorgons without fucking up anything. It's not that they were hard, it's just that I was getting progressively worse and worse with each death. Anyways, I climbed and cleared the 2 Minotaurs using Medusa's Gaze again. Dealt with the last pool of enemies without grabbing this Gorgon, and for God knows why. I could have gained some magic with that, but hey, as I said, past Zesty is stupid Zesty. I climbed up, and at that point I was nothing but a vengeful Spartan. I got up and was still about to die, but then I got it all under control with some parries at the start, followed by full collision grabs mixed with some more tactical shit, and using enemies to deal damage to other enemies. Was also playing it careful and using Orion's harpoon only when safe instead of raw dogging the thing. And eventually it was clear with just me and this little fella left. Oh, but it's not done. Time to play the coward Spartan. Now, why do I say that? At first, I climbed the rope and instantly got down to deal with Brian and Mike. Then get back up and get sandwiched like an idiot. Next up, I really didn't feel like dying. Did the same thing at the start and dropped from the rope, but when I was on the rope, no funny business was going on. I bitched out of scenarios that I knew I couldn't win at. I would return and see them all lined up like a certain vision that crossed my mind at the time. Did that multiple times until I was completely done with this whole thing. It was just not worth it to die here. Let's move on. Moving on, I dealt with some more horny dudes in this hallway. One of them got wrecked by the crossbow. The others all felt the swagger of the black teen. I went through all of them easily and moved on with my adventures, and then suddenly... boobs. It's not like I never touched boobs before. I was just trying to see if she's real or not. Turns out she was Mark Zuckerberg's wife in Roblox. Was even about to kill her until she told me that she's not my enemy and the big ginger Florida guy killed them. And then I asked, wait, what do you mean killed them? Killed who? Who killed them? Who's the ginger guy? That bitch disappeared. And what was that ginger she mentioned? Holy balls! That big ginger Florida guy. I think, I'm not sure. I don't know what to make of any of this. Fuck, I really need a comic relief character. And shit, damn, look at him. Look at that unspoken Riz! Wish I could be like him one day. I started Dark Soulsing my way to this case and I solved this puzzle easily. Moved on to the gauntlet in here and it was adventurous. I beat it in my first try and let's briefly go through it, shall we? Of course, like the greedy bastard I am, I checked and stole every single orb from every single house. Now with that out of the way, I cleared the archers here. Then I got myself in a shitty situation. There was a Gorgon right next to me and 3 archers staring me down, waiting for me to roll so that they catch me with a bow. Luckily, I grabbed one and threw him to his boyfriend, killing both of them in the process. Climbed and for some reason thought it was a good idea to petrify this guy. Past Zesty, stupid Zesty. He's always making us question reality with his choices. I then dealt with the Gorgon and I now realized what past Zesty was doing. So instead of infinite air grabbing the Gorgon, my man was trying to build up the hit counter. That's why he wasn't grabbing the Gorgon in the air. Do you breathe air or something? In this battlefield where you're not supposed to take damage, you're more concerned about getting more orbs. What the fuck? Anyways, moving on, I showed my love for Ningen in this short clip. I showed my affection to wooden hatches in this clip. Next up, with a Minotaur in front and a Gorgon, I opted to dealing with the archers first since they can really catch me slipping. I dealt with the first one as fast as I can by throwing him at the Minotaur for some nice damage on the Minotaur. Then the one after him and I did the same for him. I hate everyone equally as you all know. And finally the third one at the end with the same treatment, and for some reason, this Minotaur wasn't in the battlefield and he was on the other side. A much welcome sight, but Why? It was good because now I can safely deal with the other enemies. I froze and shattered this Minotaur, and then suddenly the other guy decided to show up. Dealt with him in the old-fashioned Detroit way, and this whole gauntlet was dealt with no damage. Next up, you might notice how I suddenly have magic now. That's because Raiden sucked the electricity from my house, so I basically went through everything I just explained again and got here with this amount of magic left, which is still no different since you can't really petrify a Cyclops with this amount. I don't think even you can do Poseidon's Rage. Anyways, this was somewhat problematic at first with me dying due to stupid reasons as presented. As you can see, just beta reflexes from my end resulted in me dying 6 times here. Past Zesty, if I could just strangle you right now. But let's cover the winning attempt before we strangle Past Zesty. Alright now, I'm gonna attack with my maximum over ultimate plume! Oh wait, that's a human. Yes, this encounter is sketchy because God of War 1 has huge targeting problems. Kratos could change his focus from trying to hit an enemy into trying to hit anything else whenever he wants to. In here, there are a lot of civilians. Kratos favors them over the big, brute enemy in front of him. But however, I managed to manage. First was this Cyclops, and I took it completely safe. I opted to playing it smart with some positioning. Then, when I got rid of him, 2 others joined in. I tried to freeze one, but then I got to know that I can't with the magic I have. So I went back with the same safe strategy, and with enough hits, it was done. Kratos got rid of the Cyclops. Next up, I met Lara Croft, pushed her from the balcony, and she did the Yamcha pose. Took the key, died here, and from here on, vengeance was in my eyes. Cue the Cerberus bastard music. I proceed and I find one of my beautiful soldiers, and he was searching for whoever blew the horn in God of War 4. You idiot. I died 12 times here due to inexperience. Anyways, the winning attempt. I entered the room and ignored Lady Dimitrescu, went straight into the Cyclops room, this time to wreck everyone using rage. Then wrecking the Cyclops with Spirit. Seldom did the same thing with the other Cyclops, and I got through it. My magic got refilled from the magic meter extension chest, went back to the first room and cleared everyone with intricate magic usage and collisions. It was done, but again at the cost of my humanity. I was left maidenless even after beating it. God damn, 12 deaths in one of the best encounters in the game, man. Moving on. Yeah, more of my men died. I got rid of more haters. Moved on, and look at this poor minutes against usage. What the fuck is this guy doing? Like, look, who uses it like that?
Your God of War is fucking rad.
You should never use it from that range. Never! It should be at least from mid-range or somewhat of a far range. God, I hate Past Zesty and his stupidity. Good thing I died to demonstrate how to at least somewhat use the Medicine Gaze. So it was good. I got done with this part and met Zeus.
Lord Zeus.
Kratos, You grow stronger as your journey continues. But if you are to succeed in your quest, you will need my aid.
I do not need your help, Zeus!
I offer you the power of the greatest of all the gods, the father of Olympus. I offer you the power of Zeus.
Why do you aid me now?
How generous of him to give me his own magic attack. Can't wait to showcase it to my brothers in Sparta one day. Should be a lot of fun. Perhaps one day we can do it together, my son. Yeah! Wait, son?
Go forth in the name of
My nuts.
Fuck! Everyone leaves me when I need them. Moving on, I paid the neighbors a visit, played this Minotaur, killed some harpies and the other Minotaur, nothing special. I surprisingly got through the rooftops without getting killed. Even those archers had nothing on me. Cleared the other Minotaurs and moved on. Swiftly killed me another Goku fan. Got past and killed me some more wraiths. And then I finally found that ethereal woman that I found back there. I'm pretty sure that's Athena from God of War 3. She has a tendency for getting kidnapped for some fucking reason. I followed after and eliminated some enemies on my way, reaching an encounter with more harpies and gorgons. I died once because it's not like you're watching Hristos Zimnas or something. Got back and this time I did much better with way less magic usage. Used the gorgon for many full collisions, got more harpies, injured another gorgon, got hit, went home to Netflix and chill.
Look at my nipples.
I was then approached by this shady motherfucker.
Good, my boy. Good.
I am the king of Olympus.
What?
Who are you?
So, you have
Who are you?
the skin as pale as the moon.
Who are you?
Be careful. Don't want you dying before I'm done with this.
I am the king of Olympus.
I moved on and flashed everyone with my penis. They all liked it. No one was... I died. Went with the same strategy except carefully this time. I didn't flash my penis, okay? It was just... whatever. I went with the same strategy except carefully this time. Even when I was pushing the box, I even put my headphones. Now when I put my headphones, y'all know what happens. Nah, for real, I did it good this time and got through. Proceeded to find Barbie hanging on a rope. I saved her not because she was about to die, but because I needed her to unlock a memory in me to remember what happened to my family. Unlocked it, I thanked her in my unique Spartan way.
Stay out of my head!
And she gave me the N-word pass since she said I was black or something in the memory that she saw. I quickly corrected her and told her that I was olive-skinned and not black. She almost got me into saying the N-word on stream. Now stay down, you Twitch thought! Thanks for telling me about the family though.
Damn it! That was the 15th throw! How many more trees am I gonna have to use towards this guy?
Huh. That was weird. After that, I proceeded and I entered this woman statue. Women's statue. The sewers of Athens were shit and piss combined to make enemies. I lost once at the first encounter, got back with a vengeful Spartan theme playing and got outclassed. Got back this time to commence the most heinous act imaginable. Eliminated the archers up there. My greed took over for some time, but I was fine and finished all of them with more and more collisions. Next encounter went smoothly with some efficient use of Medusa's gaze on the Minotaurs. One of the archers helped with the stubborn one here. After freezing and shattering all Minotaurs, I went for the archers. Next and best and last encounter went about as bad as you can imagine. I might have died a billion times here and there, and they might have wiped the floor with me, but there's one thing a saying always keeps. Entered the room as usual and froze the Cyclops fellas and sent them to Elysium. Climbed up and introduced this archer to his neighbor and sent them both to the Netherrealm. In my approach, I eliminated the two archers with my key blast and climbed up to... Shit got a bit heated back there. Anyways, I proceeded to the desert of Dark Souls where voices in there told me that my family lies on top of my grandpa, Kronos. And I instantly started investigating and asking questions. Wait, so Kronos with a K? Yeah, Kronos with a K. Okay, just don't change it in future games, alright? I bet. I started running towards my objective, but I haven't broken some spines in a while. So for practice, I decided to break some spines. I decided to quickly kick off Spine Day and went out for a hunt in the direction of spines. My god, I got hit while rolling? He saw me rolling! He saw me rolling. He hating. Got rid of the first one again. Moved on to Megan Thee Stallion with her bodyguards, and this was my approach this time. This time I hit them exactly where it hurt. I upgraded Poseidon's Rage to level 2 and it was surprisingly easy. Got Megan Thee Stallion as easy as you see. Gog Gog 9000 the Minotaurs, moved on to Cardi B, same treatment. Now I'm going to answer a question that has been looming around the community ever since God of War 4 released. Who blew the horn? Now after diving deep into the Matrix and after theorizing for hours, I came to find that it does not matter who or what blew the horn. The true entity who blew the horn was the friends that we made along the way. Nah, fuck it, it was me, I did it, okay, I did it, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, I'm not sorry. Ah, he is Kronos with a K. I ran into Gjallarhorn this time and the motherfucking sand took it away from me, man. Fuck these sands, man. This sand ain't loyal. More sirens. While easier than the desert ones, still a reason for me to hate the fuck out of Elon Musk for unbanning Donald Trump. But I beat it first try. Poseidon's Rage level 2 is truly something magnificent. Like, how can I describe this shit? I eliminated a bunch of them with Poseidon's Cake at the start. The problem is with this encounter is that we have 9 sirens, 9 realms, 9 after beating him up with Poseidon's Raid, I started playing carefully with a lot of rolls and stuff. Quickly got rid of them remaining efficiently, and you watch the rest while I try to add memes on the screen.
People are inferior because they don't have a villain in this.
My grandpa was so old that his legs were broken. I decided to show some nice leg movement and jumping skills.
Ah! Damn mortal! You will suffer when my sight returns.
I climbed up and met an organism that had wings. Hi, my name is Kobura! That thing just spoke. I quickly started approaching Panhora's temple. I am deeply not sorry for that joke. Listen, she is canonically older than Zeus, alright? Don't cancel me. I climbed and met this asshole and he told me to fuck right off. He didn't want his business fucked. He was burning people for a living. What the fuck? I left him and he sent his goons. Ah, yes. More Cyclops. And again, nothing Poseidon's tape level 2 can't deal with. Used it stupidly here and then I grabbed this one, went for a refill shortly after, and in God of War 1 chests are overpowered. They're so generous. Like even on very hard, chests simply fill up your whole meter, which is really nice, thank you. It took some steps to get up to the temple and I was greeted by the landlords. I quickly fucked one up with Medusa's gaze and the rest was history. Everyone in this room is grabbable, if that's a word. Both in the air and on the ground. Ground to air, anything works. Easy clap. I later met Thomas the Train and he gave me the Sword of Olympus. How generous. Although it looked kinda weird. This next time it was easy clap and I showcased more of my spinning fuck you magic attack. It's so fucking good. And then I moved on to meet more Medusa. Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! You fool! Fuck this, nobody cares about rope combat. And that's on Gang Gang. All my homies hate rope combat. Oh yes, finally, a satisfying encounter where I can throw enemies at each other. This whole wall climb got dealt with easily, with some pokes here that took infinity and beyond to finish, more pokes, Medusa's gay, and we're ready to enter one of the most annoying encounters ever. Squares for triangle, oi, you don't say! And yet again, nothing Poseidon's Rage couldn't fix. It's so OP. It's so OP. It's legit not fair at this point. No upgrade runs are legit becoming the norm for me now. It's beautiful how much better you get at these games simply by doing challenge runs. Anyways, I got back this time and took care of biz with the nice riz on the archers. Took care of business with the Minos. Took care of more legionnaires as I demonstrate. I was trying to convince this corpse to give me head, but it wouldn't give up easily. So I took it by force.
God damn it!
I be so fine. Then boom. Big sad. Man, Starting to believe my family's not here. Anyways, I kept running until I met this cute little puppy. Oh hey, I'm gonna call you Trip. Oh, sick, dude. Now I'm gonna have to call you Triple. And that's because you have 3 heads. Ah, son of a bitch, let me go. Come on, we can save the cuddling for later. Ah, son of a... Okay, just let me... Okay, I'm just gonna... My God, would you please... Ah, I'm gonna... This is just getting embarrassing. Let's cover the winning attempt. Poseidon's Rage and some grabs. Yeah. No, that's it. No, don't edit anything else, future Zesty. That's it. That's literally it.
Fuck you, I'm still keeping the glory of Sparta.
I honestly can't believe how I died this many times against Mr. Triple over here. My embarrassment is immeasurable and your day is ruined, but guess what? There are even worse things to come. Moving on, I died 10 times here. It was going good at first, but then I had problems with the archers a lot, and generally it was a shit fest that you don't want to experience, so let's just cover the winning attempt. I started the thing by ignoring the 2 Cyclops, and then I thought it was Poseidon time, and I Poseidoned all over the archers. Then I would climb and mildly deal with the enemies in there. It could have been much better to flat out freeze the puppies and shatter them and then focusing on the undead, but hey, past Zesty is past Zesty and you all want to strangle it. After being done with these fellas, I couldn't forget the real homies just like that. I went back to the hood and paid them a hard visit with my Spartan rage. Got them all cleared up and I simply didn't want any fuss. Didn't want to lose at a time like this. And it was done. I moved on to get introduced to Legionnaire Captains this time. These guys weren't that hard, even for past Zesty thanks to the maxed out blades and Medusa's gaze. Some freezing action followed by some attacks and grabs and it was easily done. Surprisingly easily done. Weird how I look back at this now and simply notice the amount of things I could have done way better. First Mino took the old school way of handling, the second one got frozen and shattered, and same with the third and last one who had the same fate applied to him. I later met Jake and he was spitting some hard facts. Yeah, dude, your family's not here by the way. I was like, yeah, right. I honestly just wanted to warm his heart at that point. I decided to burn his ass for how boldly he spoke of my family, but on our way, Captains. And wouldn't you know it? Medusa Gaze Supremacy. Pushed all of them away with Medusa's Gaze. Their statue HP is very low, or maybe it was simply my level 5 maxed out blades that were making this easy. Overall, it was all easily done, especially with 2 magic chests up at the end of the room. It was time to burn his ass and spread his ashes at the top of the mountain, but then I decided not to do it because I'm a good boy. I kept him in the cage so that the captains can have fun with him and moved on. I died against the puppies once, came back and went all out with magic, and when I ran out of magic, it was nothing but grabs for half collisions and attacks that would have, you know, great effect on them. I came back and was greeted by more enemies. I dealt with the first wave easily. Good thing the harpies weren't so harp on killing me. I kept my approach, and here's a very good thing about God of War 1 Cerberus. You can get him in a juggle state and bounce him all you want. It's so fun and useful. It allowed me to wail on him. It also allows you to air grab him and many other things. Hell, ringouts are one hell of a thing in here. Anyways, I was left with this one Cerberus and I wrecked him Spartan style. Next up, I found this thing and decided to kiss it intimately. Against the Legionnaire Captains, shit went about as good as you can imagine, thanks to Poseidon's Rage. Good thing there's a chest here that allows me to refill. Also pots. Pots. Moving on to the next mandatory encounter. Yeah. I opted to use... You know what, at this point I think I don't have to explain how easy this shit is. Hardest difficulty, my ass. These Minotaurs got the home run treatment and they were sent for a swim. Got hit here once like an idiot, cleared them out the next try. I went for a swim and found myself back to Firelink Shrine. Now on to a real encounter, the Centaur Sacrifice Challenge. In a nutshell, I have to kill these centaurs inside these 2 circles. We need a total of 8 kills, 4 on each circle. I died twice here. Boy, this was easy as hell! Cue the Prince of Persia music. So what you're seeing me do here is jump inside the water. When you're in water, enemies break and they basically basically stop working and they don't even attack. I kept going back in and out to have them all aligned in a circle just to fuck them all up with level 3 Poseidon's Rage. One kill was left and I took the matters to hand and killed the one centaur remaining. Moving on to the next circle, I waited for them to arrive and I got some pretty interesting attacks in. Then I saw them all aligned in the circle and I Poseidoned all over them, but only 2 kills were counted. What was left was all wrecked thanks to level 3 Poseidon's Rage, and it was all done and easy. Next up, we reached this awesome gauntlet that I beat in my first try because I'm a king. First, we had an archer and a gorgon. I basically went with no bullshit and used rage at them. Overdoing it, I know, but I just really wanted to clear this first try. Next up, I ignored the archers and went into the gorgon and centaur's room and cleared the first wave with Poseidoning. And then I was left with 2 centaurs that were dealt with pretty easily using collisions and grabs to my power. The legionnaires were dealt with via Medusa Gaze and some grabs. By the way, you can use Medusa Flash while beaming. Quick tips. The archers had a bit of square triangle. What came after was easily dealt with some nice full collisions. First Orion's harpoons and then grab, and it was all easy from there. Next up was all a bunch of normal legionnaires, so nothing that was that hard to cover really. At the end, I was left in this shithole and eliminated the remaining legionnaires, and it was done easily. Next up, I avoided Hades' balls like a professional. The next room was dealt with some easy safe at home tactics, mainly Medusa's Gaze and full collisions thanks to the archers. The entirety of this room was made easy for me. Ladies and gentlemen, behold!
I am the god of war!
Probably shouldn't have wasted my magic like that. It was a safe drop with the Lance of the Furies at first. From there on, luck was on my side and the legionnaires were gathering together like real bros. After clearing the legionnaires, I was greeted by a centaur and 2 Minos. I didn't waste time with them and quickly Poseidon flashed them. And of course I did it again because these minotaurs were really getting on my nerves. Took the magic chest and ran away like a little bitch, got the 2 archers on my 12 o'clock, got rid of them also on my 3 o'clock as well. One of the Minos got Elden Ringed out, the other was dealt with via air grabs, and I was left with 1 Minotaur. Took the safe approach with him and freed him out of his misery. After joyfully murdering a bunch of Minotaurs, I came to find out that their king was kinda pissed at me, and I decided to pay him a visit. To say that this boss is hard to no damage is an understatement. At the time, I didn't know about the lever strat to wipe him out easily, and I dealt with him the hard way. Or rather, he dealt with me. My god, this pure soul didn't know about the easy lever strat that you can abuse in here. This guy's just... oh my god, he killed me 27 times in the process! Let's quickly cover the winning attempt. God. Alright, so the battle starts and I go in with my usual damaging stuff and some parrying because this guy has weird attacks. He has an attack that can be blocked and an attack that can't be blocked, and they look so identical that you really can't read the attacks. Anyways, this first phase is nothing that big. Most attacks are blockable and or dodgeable, so there's nothing very special here. His second phase is when things get fucky. I instantly went down the stairs and stayed close to him because I didn't want him to do his stupid lunge attack. Note that I kept him in the mid to close range. If I stayed too far, he would do that lunge attack and that would be the end of me. Kept my attack and finished the phase with Poseidon's Cage. Third phase is one of the most dangerous ones. He unlocks this new attack where he has some homing stuff follow you and they're unblockable, so I absolutely had to see it coming to avoid it with evades. With enough positioning and attacks, I got him weak enough to his last phase where he's butt-ass naked, and this was it. I can't fail here. I opted to melt a big portion of his health bar with Poseidon's Gaze, and then opted to activating Rage so that I have access to infinite magic and went ham with the thing. It was fun. I was Poseidoning all over him. It was down to his last tiny bits of health, and just start watching. And it was done at the cost of my integrity. I died 27 times here, but I got his ass.
There lived a certain man in Greece long ago.
He could kill the Minotaur without taking any damage.
Most people despise him, the ghost of Sparta.
But in Sparta they greet him with respect and all the love. He could fight Zeus one day if he pisses him, full of vengeance of the Spartan army, yo. But for now the goal is fucking Ares up. Zeus can wait until the second game. Hey, hey, hey.
lived a certain man in Greece long ago.
He could kill the Minotaur without taking any damage.
Most people despise him, the ghost of Sparta.
But in Sparta they greet him with respect and all the love. I later met Doom Guy and he had some pretty interesting things to say about my family.
Kratos, I know we've had our differences with you killing my beautiful queen, but I'm a snitch on Ares right now just cause I hate his ass. Look man, he was the one. He did it. That son of a bitch wanted to turn you into death or something, even though we already have one in our mythology.
But what did Ares do?
You connect the dots. I can't snitch any further. Zeus has forbidden us from snitching on each other. Now shut up and take my magic attack.
I was angry at him and used his brother's magic just in spite of him. And I sure as hell did it again. Fuck your magic attack. I got hit. I repeated the same process and he rage quit. Anyways, I wrecked some shit. Ah, you son of a bitch. God, what have you done, you son of a bitch? Because I wrecked some shit, this statue decided to help me down. Made my way down and I got introduced to Bruce Wee. It was a duel like none other before. It was personal. It was over in 2 seconds. Introducing the home run. Nope. These hoes ain't loyal. Swear to God, I want to give y'all a chance, but fuck no, you deserve to fucking rot. I proceeded and... Wait, the fuck? What you eating, little birdie? It got mad at me. That scream reminded me of something, and it unlocked a new memory. Wait. Is that me? Is that me bound to Ares? I'm gonna fucking kill me! I told the bird to fuck off and to no one's surprise it did. And now we approach the MILFs of madness. Quickly remember there's a magic chest here and I went stupid with magic. After wiping everything out of my way with magic, I took the chest and proceeded even further. I then approached this encounter and it went surprisingly easy thanks to the starting Poseidon rage that I did. I took no chances basically. I repeated the same process for all the other remaining enemies and finally finished the last satyr and his friends. Got rid of the first Bruce Wee without magic, dealt with the second and the archers with magic, met this fucker and gave him a good taste of Poseidon's rage! Sponsored by Poseidon. Decided to flat out skip these Minotaurs and to instantly start the fight where I learned something new at the time. I started ringing out these Bruce Wees instead of hitting them and it was all glorious from there. Of course, I took out the archers first because they can see you if they're alive and they can hit you from there. But then it was all easy and I finally got to beat it. Or maybe this was all just a simple dream. I aimed for 360 toss on the archer and then opted to using magic and going ham. After being done with the first Minotaur, I killed the next one using petrification and did the same thing for the last one, and let's move on. The next wall combat was done surprisingly well with me not taking a single hit from these guys. Got the next necklace pretty easy and crossed the gap and something hit me there. No, you delinquent. Not an enemy. A flashback. Wait. That's my... booba. And I got transferred to my mind and there I saw myself brutally eliminating this Barbie girl just because she said she uses TikTok. I then saw myself burning a village to beat the record for fastest global warming in all pantheons. And then it was in front of me. The house. I wasn't going to flex this $40 million mansion because come on, I'm not a rapper. I went in and killed everyone in sight. And then I murdered my wife and daughter and it was glorious. Wait, murder my wife and daughter? The fuck? So all this time it was... me? Why? How? How did I forget? Was it the host? Was it... that bastard? My god, so it was Ares? Fuck, I still need more confirmation. Right now I have bigger problems to take care of. I beat a bunch of enemies and this Minotaur was one business second away from sending my ass back to the lobby. Died once against Legionnaire Capitanos. I got 3 of them via petrification and 1 of them with the classic
Smash, monkey! Smash, monkey!
Dealt quickly with this Cyclops and dealt with the remaining dogs by way of Poseidon scolding and Grab scolding. Made my way to the next big and grand encounter. This encounter is really hard and I dealt with it like a fucking loser! Yes, I skipped it. How and why the fuck do you skip a main encounter? That's the pussy's way out. Unless you're speedrunning, you should never skip a single encounter. You must lick the plate and fucking shove it up your own ass. Not that I've done that. Come on. I later found a box and this ugly woman that is clearly not from the higher existence god told me that my family is in there somehow. I was like, okay, but I just learned that my family is dead though. Guess opening this kind of revives them or something, right? Bye, Kratos. Fuck. Everyone leaves me whenever I need them for answers. I took the box down and I was staring at it. I tried opening it, but... I got his ass! My babies, go get that box from me! Oh, the masculine urge to throw a pole at somebody's abdominal. Been trying to get him for 40 minutes. Psst, by the way, Ares made you kill your family. Wait!
Come back!
Have you ever had a bad day? No, I mean like a really bad day. I was a simple man. Kill this, fuck that. Get money and build a business. I never told you my dream was to be a businessman, did I? This journey gave me a lot of superpowers and I don't mean these magic attacks. It was wonderful. Taught me my ways around the block and how to assert dominance in certain situations. And now I'm falling. This is my end. Waiting for someone to cling on to me. Wait. Maybe I'll cling on to someone. Ah! Miss me? You again? Did you enjoy the swimming that you was talking about? Well, it's been nice chatting with you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ginger to murder. Now here we are in Hades. It looked oddly different from how I saw it a couple of years back. Anyways, I dealt with some enemies, crossed this horizontal dildo, dealt with some more harpies using magic, and the rest using my bombastic ballet of fire attacks. Fuck you, Jason. At the time, I didn't know you take damage while casting this spell, and for some reason I never paid attention to my health dropping this much. I kept going at these guys. I tried to restart, but the checkpoint was being friendly and did not restart me way back further. What I did was I quit the game and loaded up my last save data and I got back through this whole section again like the Chad I am. This time I dealt with him using my unspoken riz, power of anime and magic, and it was easily done. Moved on and dealt with these minotaurs, then I let my babies do the work for me in here, cleared the minotaurs and quickly got up to this platform before they have a chance to slap, took them all out with some nice use of collisions and ended it off with magic because there was a refill right after the encounter. I got up these vertical dildos like a pro, and it was time to face off against 11 Bruce Wees. Yes, 11 satyrs had to be eliminated, and what did Zesty do? Let's find out. He got hit, he got hit, he got motherfucking hit, he got hit, he got hit, he got motherfucking hit 14 times. I got through this section by using a ton of magic at the start and then some more magic followed by what you guessed it, more magic. I subdued this one to refill my magic and got back to my same bullshit. While this spell is going, of course, I start attacking like a maniac. I later got so lucky with the next two satyrs because look at these misinputs.
There's a misinput, calm down! You calm the fuck down! There's a misinput!
Thankfully, I didn't get hit and rung out this guy. The other one I retreated from and opted to cast Hades' spell again just for control. Then I was left with one Bruce Wee. I did slap him a couple of times, but he was way too sus for my liking. So I started grabbing him, and let me remind y'all, these aren't like God of War 3 satyrs that die with like 3 grabs. These guys die with like 12 grabs that require Bayonetta Jean level button mashing. So I called quits on like the 8th grab and Zeused his ass back to Hades. Wait, We're already in Hades. How many palaces does this motherfucker have? I then got somewhere and it was a dead end. Man, screw this. If only I had wings. Wish I was Icarus. Huh. I wonder what he's up to nowadays. Then from out of nowhere, a rope dropped. I climbed it vengeful Spartan style. I couldn't wait to see who helped me up. I then realized it was none other than the friends we made along the way. Thank you guys for believing in me. I proceeded and was met by some more Cyclops. And of course, nothing a little bit of magic won't fix. It was stupidly used but was still at least somewhat effective in taking everyone out. Then these Minotaurs were dealt with via positioning. I think very important in God of War now, and wow, this turning into a 5-hour combat guide. Can this guy shut the fuck up? Started off normally by taking out the archers. I later injured some of the Gorgons and took out one of them by simply killing it. The other one I did the QTE for to recover some magic. Gotta assert dominance somehow. I then got rid of the last Gorgon and realized I had enough to cast Hades spell. So I did, and it took out the archers from me pretty easily, and forward we go. Met 2 Minotaurs, froze them, broke them. Minotaur lives don't matter. I was so close to reaching Ares and... as an old man once said, in God of War 1, the problem isn't that you got hit. It's the checkpoint that was last saved. I got sent back here. Now, I got through this in the first one, and I'm gonna just have a cool little montage going off. Fuck, I just don't want to explain this again. I met Barbie again and she was somehow still alive after our last confrontation. Oh, come in, the water's nice, please come in. I started running and, heh, box. I had the deepest masculine urge to open this box to finally see what's inside. I was disappointed that my family's corpse wasn't in it, but instead, hope. To my surprise, hope makes you bigger.
You are still just a mortal. Every bit as weak as the day you begged me to save your life.
I am not the same man you found that day. The monster you've created has returned to kill you.
You have no idea what a true monster is, Kratos.
The battle started with me casting Hades spell, then you're gonna have to get used to something here, and it's tricking. I haven't tricked a lot throughout this run, so I should explain it. You basically gain iframes, invincibility frames, when you summon the Blade of Artemis. That's why you see this attack go through me and not damage me. Now back to the battle. Anyways, more magic, but I had to be careful of something. The section after this is the hardest section in the game. It's the Clone War. And from a seasoned veteran like me who have beaten it without any upgrades, you might think it is easy to no damage. You are gravely mistaken. We'll get there when we get there. I also did not want to use the rage because I also needed it in the battle of the clones. Anyways, the battle continued and it was easy with parries and good blocking. I got him to the end and it was looking good. I lacked some magic, but it wasn't that big of a deal and it was done easily. But he opened a gate to his Barbie world, and I refused to get sucked into his Barbie world. I'm not a Barbie girl. I tried hard but couldn't do anything and got sucked into his Barbie world. In there, for some reason, I saw my family. I thought they died for fuck's sake. And then a bunch of me's started attacking and harassing them. Fuck me! I'm gonna fucking kill a bunch of me's! And so the Clone War began. Now, to put it short, I died multiple times due to the family getting killed, or me messing up and getting overwhelmed, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to know how all of that went. You also might see me not with a full health, that is because I was healing the family throughout, because I did not consider it, you know, damage taken. So I didn't get hit, I was just healing the family, and healing the family takes away from your health. Long story short, I failed 16 times here, but I knew it was doable if I got lucky enough, because I knew it was all going to be madness. I just had to get lucky with my rage and magic and stuff. Let's cover the winning attempt. At the start, the fight was nothing but back-to-back knockbacks. Mainly this smooth and swift attack where Kratos knocks the surrounding enemies away, and I think it's called Might of Hercules. This is done by inputting 3 squares and holding the 4th one. In here, you're much better off favoring knockbacks rather than killing these guys, because they have a lot of armor and it's a lot of bullshit armor as well, so do watch out. After everything cleared up and the house exploded, I casted Hades' spell on them and activated my rage mode to show my true love to my family. Went ham with Poseidon's cake because I have infinite magic when rage is activated. This carnage was lovely and all, but I still had to be careful though. When the rage ended, I casted Hades' shit again and healed the family. After the first spell was done, I casted it again. There was another reason for grabbing the family, to your surprise, and it was that it fills my rage! This is where legends are made! Nothing but spellcasting and skull fucking occurred in this whole entire fight. I had to eliminate all of these mini-me's. The rage was done and I got back to the original knockback strategy, but I had to build up enough magic to cast Hades' spell again. My god, this thing is broken and I love it. And from there it was all done without taking a single hit. I saved my family this time and no one can take them again. Son of a bitch. Man, at this point, just fucking snipe my ass. I'm gonna take one last look at that big sword I walked on not too long ago.
I still have allies in Olympus, Ares. Now, you will see how strong I am.
It was lightning that was caught, and it was me and Ares for one last time. He hit me 4 times. You killed my family twice, you son of a bitch! Be prepared for the most painful death!
I was trying to make you a great warrior.
Remember this pain. Also, Vegeta is undefeated against Goku. Oh, there's a bitch in you that I never knew all the shit you said, bitch, you shoulda knew, I just beat this game, no damage, you motherfucker. And I set fire on your ass, fucking douchebag, fucking die. All the pain and the agony hurting me, making me kill my own family. And so the city of Athens was saved from the grip of the ginger god of war. No more will these cities of Greece get attacked by another giant asshole. Oh, and as for Kratos, he was so unfulfilled, he got up to the highest peak in all the realms to spread his wife's ass. Sorry, different pantheon. He turned into a businessman! Throw my tux thinner, gives you a fox dinner, act like a jockstrap, cut my nuts thinner, check my ball hair, make sure it's all there, they call me Kratos beer. Eat the fucking briefcase! No! Eat it! No! Now eat the fucking briefcase! And so he lived his life as a businessman, watching over the businesses in the world and frankly crashing down on them whenever the money was going somewhere near their pockets. There was only one thing left: to name his business.
Wanna know the name?
God of War, open for business inquiries. The end. Is it over? Alright, a short outro that I have something to say in. Watch this turn into a 5-minute ramble. First of all, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it because it took way too long to put together for many reasons. I'm here to talk a little about the state of the content and then I'll end the video. It's not gonna be that long, I'm sure. I, for the majority of making this video, hated the process of making the video. Making this my last no damage project where extensive edits happen and a story is being told that is filled with jokes and songs for some reason. This might come as a shocker, but please hear me out. These projects take way too long and the gameplay is only about 10% of the process. The other 90% is nothing but script writing where songs, jokes, comedy, drama, and making sense to the original canon, at least to some extent, has to be considered. Again, with perfect performance and voice acting from my end, and then putting the whole thing together with editing. And to be frank and real with you, a single minute in these types of projects takes an hour to finalize. It is very hard and is not meant for my channel, and I can't continue making these types of videos. Yes, I push them out once every blue moon, but even then, it's not meant to be. These types of videos need dedication, and while I'm dedicated to making them, they don't work in what I'm aiming for my channel. Me, a guy who nearly uploads daily or streams daily and all of that without the help of editors. I can't get an editor for reasons. Anyways, me who has these situations going on for his channel can't keep this up. Look at all the other challenge channels who do this, in this style at least. They usually upload once a month or once every 2 weeks. Even the ones who frequently upload these types of videos have editors to make the job at least a little bit easier. I can't do these types of videos and keep a healthy upload schedule where I have fun and play the games properly. It is simply hard to do, and if I do, I get in days like these where I upload significantly less than any other normal week. And I prefer making content I'm more passionate about. Hell, have you seen this combat guide project? All the days I sat through it, I didn't even feel those days, simply because I was enjoying myself. You know, I was teaching and stuff. I enjoy these types of stuff. This one, however, just takes long and gets me to the mindset of just wrapping it up sometimes, but I keep it consistent and keep editing properly. I'm always gonna keep it a buck. It is simply not possible to keep these types of projects coming. Even if I make it like once every 10 years, I just don't feel the motivation to do them because they take way too long and they take a lot of my energy, and it's just, I'm really sorry that I can't do them. Making this the last no damage project, and it kind of seems fitting, you know? I at least did the trilogy with, you know, making God of War 2 first for, I don't know, I just felt comfortable doing God of War 2. Then I did God of War 3, and now the prequel to these two games' story and where Kratos came from and all that. I just felt like connecting it to some plot holes, I guess. Just wanted to rant about this bit at the end of the video, and I'm glad I got to do the trilogy of God of War again. This is a prequel to the full story. Check out God of War 2 and God of War 3 video as well if you want all the fun. However, with that, we come to the end of the video. It has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Peace.